Hello, Janetska. How are
Hi,
you?
I'm good. How are you?
Welcome. Thank you for coming on.
Of course.
I appreciate it. Tell me
Thanks
a
for
little
inviting
bit
me.
about
Thanks.
yourself for those that don't know you.
Okay, so my online persona, I am Florida's Crash Queen.
Crash Queen, I like
Yes,
that.
thank you so much. I am a personal injury attorney in South Florida, born and bred in New York,
Nice.
relocated. I'm
What
one of
part?
those COVID transplants, Long Island, New York.
Okay, there
That's
you
where the
go.
accent comes from, and
I love
everyone in
it.
Florida calls me out on it. But that accent's not going anywhere. So I relocated down to South Florida.
Nice.
I worked for some massive, big time, big law firms. And I gained tons of experience until I did feel burned out. And at that time, that was when I said I'm opening up my own shop.
Nice.
And so we are in year 3, and we're a team of
Congrats.
7.
Hardest part of opening the business is the first couple of years.
For sure.
Yes. Where did you work in New York?
So my specialty is insurance defense, which
Okay.
is defending big businesses,
Mhm.
the Walmarts, the Targets, the Home Depot.
In personal injury.
In personal injury.
Okay.
So I have only always done personal injury. So I focus a lot on how to defend those claims and got an inside scoop on how the insurance company evaluates those claims and what they do to
Lower every
lower
single
everything, water them
injury.
down,
Yeah.
disclaim,
That's great
devalue.
experience.
Great experience.
I like
They
that.
worked me like a dog, which is not a bad thing. I was willing and able and happy to put in the time. I'm glad I did.
Mhm.
But when I did feel burnt out, that was when I started looking at options and opportunity, and I saw the need. And I jumped ship, opened up my own practice, and switched sides. So now I represent the people
All in one.
all in one.
Crazy.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
Really tough the first
Did you have
year.
to relearn?
I would say
A
there's a
lot.
learning curve going from defense to plaintiff for
Mhm.
sure. You come out a little jaded on the defense. You think that every injury is
100%.
fake, every claim is bullshit.
Mhm.
So there was a little bit of a curve.
We had that with one of our experts, and they did
Mhm.
defense. And every little thing, every claim that we would get, they would look at it and they're like, oh, I don't
don't
think
know
that
about
happened. And I'm
this.
like, you have to rewire your brain. They left because they didn't
Yeah.
like defending the
Right.
defense. It was hard because there was a lot of claims that should have been paid that they had to create a defense,
Yeah.
a BS defense to.
Yep.
So it's the same learning
It
curve. It's almost
is.
rewiring your brain to go.
Yeah. But
to
I
the-
also think there's a positive to it also because plaintiff lawyers who maybe never spent any time in the defense, they see it with just a plaintiff lens, and
Right.
they don't see
Oh,
any
you
other
see
argument.
both sides. You already know where they're going to come
So I
from.
know some of these arguments. I
Yeah.
know some of these weak spots that'll get highlighted and
100%.
extracted by the defense.
That's
So
a
I
good
try to
thing.
combat that early and ask those questions of the client early and vet that early on in the case
That's good.
and try to pinpoint those
So
case
you see the
weaknesses.
negatives and try to highlight the positive.
Yeah.
To be able to
Right.
increase
And
the
I've
value.
been teaching my team that as well. I am the only person that had spent time on the defense, but I try to really educate my team to look for these case weaknesses
Yeah.
so that we can get on top of that early.
Are you willing to take cases that have been denied just
I
because you see
have.
it from the defense side?
I have.
Okay.
I've taken cases that have been denied,
I love that.
and I kind of used my defense brain
Mm-hmm.
when evaluating that for a second opinion. And
Okay.
we've gotten some
Successful?
some pretty good
Amazing.
results. Yeah, where the client, I wouldn't say there have been multi-million-dollar cases, but
Right.
the clients have been so insanely
You
grateful.
gave them a fighting chance.
Yes, I gave them a fighting chance, and the clients were thrilled because they were previously told no.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't fault the attorney. Sometimes it's just there's not a high
lot of bigger
ROI
firms
of
do that.
time, and a lot of big firms will deny.
Yeah.
But you got to find the right lawyer,
have
and
to
I
look
had
at
that
these
eye for it.
Smaller cases and be able to give it
Yeah,
some sort of hope.
the attention
Because they're
that it
there.
needs. Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
'cause
just take the
sometimes it just
extra
needs
30 minutes to peer review it
and
with
to
the
listen
team.
to their story too. Because a lot of the
Right.
times the police report's wrong.
Right.
They were really not at fault and they're just looking at the police report. They looked at their side and they were like,
Yeah.
no, we're not taking it.
Yeah, it is true. Actually, I have a couple of members on my team, and they did say that they've worked for bigger plaintiffs firms, and
That's
they did
all
say
they look at.
the police
'Cause they're
report,
so
and if it's not
overwhelmed.
favorable, boom, on to the
Yeah.
next. No, thank you.
They're so overwhelmed with so many cases that
Yeah,
what's one small case, which you never know. It could be a big one.
it could be a big one.
Yeah.
Yep. We just try to say, give it the extra 30 minutes, talk to the
100%.
client, ask the questions. I mean, I do try to challenge the client too,
Yeah.
which some clients may not like, but I tell them I'm doing
It's
this.
good because it's going to happen in depositions. It's going to
Yes, I'm
happen in
doing this for a
litigation.
reason. I'm challenging you. I had a call like this yesterday where, I don't mean to make you feel uncomfortable. I'm on your side, but I'm going to ask you some challenging questions.
Yeah.
You said this on day one. It's looking like that. The records say this or that. So I do try to challenge the client, but I think it preps them for
100%.
what the
I think a
defense
lot
is
of
going to
clients
do.
aren't ready for what litigation is.
No.
And they don't know how invasive it is and depositions.
Yeah.
And they look at your case with a fine-tuned comb
It's
to
true.
make sure to get and even with investigations.
Yeah.
They,
Yeah.
like
I
they
mean, yeah,
spend
I've
the
had
money.
clients even tell me, they get, a little in their head, but they'll say, oh, I see, there's a white van that's outside my house.
They get
And
a
do you
little
think that there's an
paranoid.
investigator that's out there? And maybe don't approach, don't
You
say
always
anything,
go
about your
by.
business.
It could be.
It could be.
It could be.
It could be.
Because it's just going to take one video, one photo.
Mhm. Yeah, and they
to
say, they're not
discredit
camping
you.
out there for the
No.
week. They spend an hour or two there, and I know that from working on the defense. They
Yeah.
may follow you around for a couple of hours that day. They may check in over the weekend.
Mhm.
They're hired for a certain period of time, I tell the client.
Yep.
They're not on retainer. They're not staking you out for a month.
Yeah.
But just be mindful what you're doing.
Of course.
And
And social media is everything. Everybody posts everything on social media. We had a client in my PI years. He just had a disectomy. And we're like, don't post anything.
Oh, no.
Please be careful. He went to the Bahamas like 2-3 weeks after. And he posts a video of him just going through a wave on a jet ski. And it's like mid-wave. And then you
it's
see
like
it
the
just
Jay-Z
slam
and
down.
Beyonce
Yeah.
mid-air
Yeah.
moment. Oh, my gosh. I know that
And
photo. It went viral.
Of course, they sent it to us. When we presented the
that's
demand,
dead in
they
the
were
water.
like, oh, really? He's that injured? Because
No,
he looks good.
that's really bad.
Horrible. People need to understand the dangers of social media.
It is true. I agree. I have had clients. They're influencers as well, and that's their
That's the
career,
hard
and that's
part.
where they make money. That is a slippery slope,
Yeah.
and I don't really know
Yeah.
where the law will go on it or where the investigations will go
Mhm.
as time progresses and
Yeah.
as social media just continues to grow in exponential ways.
Yeah.
But many people have influential type
Right.
roles, and
Well,
that's
like
how they
work-
make their money.
Right. Fitness
Content
models, all
creators,
of that.
fitness models, and that's their livelihood. And so I've had clients where they were involved in an accident, they sought medical treatment, and when I talk to them, they have their good days, they have their bad days.
Right.
They're
Not a
following
lot of people put the
recommendations.
negative
They don't put
side
the
on
negative
social media.
exactly. But when you look at their social media, they look like they're living their
They're
best
great,
life.
right.
Life's a beach.
That's what social media is for.
Exactly. So, when we speak to the insurance company, they'll stonewall. They're like,
Oh, I bet.
there's no funds being offered to settle this case. We have
Awful.
so much social media out there on your client. They don't look injured. And
And they can't go private.
It's not a
they-
good
they-
look.
like, right.
So it's really difficult. And I don't know where the law will go on that.
What do you
I don't-
recommend for that?
We're trying to be creative in our arguments.
Mhm.
If the doctors are recommending. So one thing that I will talk through with the clients is doctors never recommend that you sit home,
And do nothing.
stationary and do
Yeah.
nothing. So it's often that you'll find in the medical records that a doctor's telling you to do your best, get
Mhm.
back out there, try to make something of
Or
your
with
day.
a minimum of weight. Don't lift anything more than 20 or 30,
Right, go
whatever
out for
it may
your
be.
daily
Yes.
walks. That doesn't mean that you can't be on camera if you want to go for your, daily hot girl walk.
Right.
If just because you're taking a video and you're smiling and, the sun is shining and the palm
Just be
trees are blowing,
smart.
just be smart.
Yeah.
But, doing backflips and heavy jet skis and, crashing down on the
Heavy
waves.
lifting.
It's going to be really hard. So what do I
100%.
say? What does the clients normally say? Aside from I have my good days and my bad days, and I suffered after I did that for days.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't the best move, but I was having a good day that morning, and I
Right.
thought that my body could handle it,
And it couldn't.
and it couldn't.
Right.
That's probably the most, we'd be able to refute that.
Yeah.
But it's not a good look. And I don't know where it will go with social media and
Yeah.
litigation.
Oh,
I don't.
100%. So going back to your team, what is your culture like?
I think we have a pretty cool culture, and I think my team will agree with that. We are a fully
Do you have a
remote
big team?
We're a team of 7 overall.
Okay.
So we are a fully remote virtual law firm. We have office space, but no one's there.
Okay.
So the entire team works remote. which I think post-COVID days and in 2026 now going into, I think that's what the modern day professional wants.
Absolutely.
And I think that I secure better talent that way because the talented and the experience have more negotiation power.
100%.
And that's what they're looking for.
And so your staff is everywhere in the United States?
Yeah, they're all over the place.
Oh, nice.
They're all over the place. I even have one in Colombia, and I
Nice.
even have somebody in Mexico.
Wow.
Yep.
And you're happy with them?
They're fantastic.
That's amazing.
And I know that, offshore work too is a big thing.
Big thing, yes.
Big thing. And
they're hard workers.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had this conversation
Americans,
before.
yeah, I mean, you got to watch out. Like,
100%.
if you're not on point here, there's somebody just across the ocean that's ready to swoop on in.
Being from New York, people from up north just have a different grit about them.
Yep.
They work so much harder.
And that, when you ask about the team, I hire talent, and we have a great culture. But if you don't produce,
of course,
you're gone.
Yeah, at the end of the day,
you're gone.
It's for your client.
Yep. We are advocating for our client. We are going to demand results. We will get results. But if you don't keep up,
right,
you got to go.
And
so we definitely instill that with every team player is we produce. We have a really easy, laid back, modern, tech forward approach to this law firm.
Yeah.
And that's very attractive to many people.
100%.
But if you're not going to work your butt off and you're not going to hold your weight, it's not a fit.
Yeah.
So we have an amazing team. And the culture is good. I mean, we meet up, we're going out for drinks, we're going out to dinners. You need off, take it. We don't count.
You need it.
PTO hours. We don't do that.
I like that.
Produce, get your work done. You need to step out. You need to tend to your baby. You got to run a job. Go. What the heck do I care?
100%. And that's the thing. Like, we're both moms. We get it.
Yeah.
There's kids sick. Like, what are you supposed to do?
I tell my team that. I mean, I encourage it. I encourage it. I say, go out for your afternoon walk. Go grab your cup of coffee. You want to walk the dog? You got to step out for your doctor's appointment. I'm not docking the hours and micromanaging.
5 minutes.
No, I don't care. But the client calls and you missed it, they expect that call back. There's emails that need to be tended to. Do it after hours. I mean, you want to lay in bed with your laptop to make up for the time.
Right.
Do it.
I like that because a lot of people are not okay with that.
Nope.
A lot of people after COVID went right back to office 9 to 5. And I just don't understand how some people didn't realize that.
From an operations and entrepreneurial standpoint, I just think in 2020, and I think a lot of law firm owners may disagree, and that's cool too. There's different perspectives, but we operate very tech forward with low overhead. Well, I mean, continues to grow, obviously, the bigger you get, but operate from an operations standpoint,
it's smart.
Yeah,
it's very smart because now you have the budget to be able to spend it in
other
great thing that's going to help your clients.
Right.
That's amazing.
Right. And to be honest, the clients are the same as the staff. Like, nobody wants to schlep in South Florida traffic to the office for our 15-minute call. Happy to get on a Zoom. We can do that with a 30-minute heads up. I can do that with a couple hours heads up. Anytime. Yeah. Clients don't always care to meet us at the office. If they want to, we're always available.
Good.
But our clients don't seem to, they're busy too. They're busy. Right. They have their own jobs, their own family, and the last thing that they need is to take a day off
100%.
To come to our office to chit-chat about it.
And they already have medical appointments. They already have all those things. Let's not add.
Exactly. So I think some law firm owners may disagree because they like to see and be in front of their team.
Yes.
They like to see the work product in action, but I view it.
I think that's a very old school way of thinking.
I view it very differently.
Yeah,
for sure. I really do. I came from mid-sized firms. I came from large firms. The culture was to be in the office, and the owners and the partners, they want to see that work being cranked out, and I don't blame them because they're spending tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars on staff and office space. They want to see that you're working, but the beauty of being a more boutique style firm, I mean, I'm texting all day long with my team.
Right.
I don't have 150 people to manage. And I never want to be that big anyway. Right. So I feel like my view on it is, as a small boutique practice, I keep the overhead low. I keep my team happy. And if my team's happy, they're happy to work.
100%.
And if we're not a vibe, we're not vibing. If the work product's not there, we're not a fit. We got to part ways.
Have you used any AI? in your firm? What do you use?
Yes, we do. We work with a company called Even Up.
I love them.
I really like them too.
Have you met Ray?
No.
He's phenomenal. He's one of like the
Is
co-founders.
he down in South? Oh, okay.
He's in Canada.
Oh, wow.
I think they're a Canadian company.
Okay.
And they're absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
it's funny because some people
leveraging.
ask me, they're like, do you get some sort of commission? Because I'm obsessed with what they do. But I'm like, no, I just believe in what they're doing because it's true. A lot of these medical records, you might miss a few couple things that make or break the case.
And we're not physicians.
100%.
So, you know, we're legal experts here.
Yeah.
So we are analyzing medical records. But I admit, I'm not a doctor.
Right.
So we leverage AI to upload case files to see what we're missing.
Mm-hmm.
We go through it. And we don't trust it and submit it blindly and turn our eye. But I also think there's like a productivity component to this. So like and a client may say, well, I want my attorney to read through every single piece of paper in my case file. I'm with you. I hear you. But you also want your attorney to be available and leverage modern day technology to view different perspectives, see what's missing, run searches on what else may be out there. Leveraging that modern day technology allows me to free up additional time.
Absolutely. And your paralegals, your secretaries, everybody.
Communicate with you more. I mean, if we're buried in medical records or, you know, going manually reviewing case law and not leveraging AI, it bunkers you down and doesn't allow you the time to do other things, invest in other time.
And correct me if I'm wrong. I think that it gives you like an ability to, if your client said your pain is a 1 today, but then tomorrow they're saying it's a 10, it almost highlights.
Yes.
So you can say to your client, like,
what happened
more clear
between Monday and Tuesday.
Exactly. Be more clear as to why your pain has fluctuated that way.
Yes.
That way you can catch something so quickly that it's not damaging 6 months down the road that you're like, why did this happen?
Yes, it flags.
That's what I think is amazing about it.
Yeah, we leverage AI.
That's amazing.
You can't fully trust AI. The courts are really strict about it too.
Yes.
It's a supplemental, but I do think that any law firm that's not already leveraging AI, you got a lot. There's a learning curve because I remember first using like ChatGPT, I was like, oh my God.
It's here,
I kind of avoided it because I was like, I don't know what the heck this is. But as you become more comfortable, it is incredible.
There is a statistic out there that says you're going to be bankrupt if you're not going to jump on the AI.
Start playing around. I recommend
100%.
just play around with it.
Yeah. Get comfortable, see what it's going to do for you and your firm.
I started asking AI, I said, can you build me a graph, you know, of the client's timeline treatment? And it literally would go consistent gap, consistent gap. You know, I can build that timeline. I'm not stupid. Yeah,
right,
I can
how long is that going to take you to go through every single medical record to notice?
And clients want to get paid fast. So
you have to be efficient with your time.
If you're not efficient with your time, you're putzing around paper by paper. You know, client wants to know what the heck you're doing and where's their settlement. That's why. So we leverage AI.
I think it's amazing what it's doing, and it's interesting. I mean, there's a lot of legal AI companies that are coming out, and I feel like that's going to free up capital. It's expensive, but it's going to free up capital.
It's pricey
at the end of the day. But if you're looking at all of these cases that are going to be messed up at the end, and all of the defenses pinpoints are being highlighted before you even submit anything.
Yep. And also it goes back to my initial point. You know, if you're spending tens of thousands of dollars on unnecessary payroll and overhead, and you're not modern and tech forward, then maybe you are overspending and you don't have the funds for this modern day technology. And so the way that our business model allows us to do that. Yeah.
I love that you're modern.
I like it.
How do you do it all? Being a mom. How old's your baby?
He's only 8 months.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm fresh in the post.
Yeah,
I'm in the thick. No, I'm not really. I'm like out of the thick, I think.
You haven't even started the thick.
Well, I'm out of that like newborn, like where he's actually sleeping through the night. I'm getting my 8 hours a night, so I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
But it's a lot to juggle.
Yeah. Did you take a break?
I didn't. Wow. I know. I am almost embarrassed to.
No, but you work for yourself, so it's a little bit different, and you have a solid team that you can rely on. If it was just you, it would be a different story.
I mean, when you say like, you know, did you take off? Did I take like did I clock out on the postpartum maternity leave? Absolutely not. Did I take it easy? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, did I really rely on my yes. Was I checking in? Was I in front of my laptop? Yes.
Of course.
You know, on the couch with a baby on my lap? Yes.
Once you have that entrepreneurial spirit, it
You don't
doesn't,
take
you
off.
can't put a pause
You don't
into
take
that.
off.
You want to work. And that's, I think,
Your business is what you're going to make of it.
exactly. What do you want people to remember from Crash Queen? And we haven't even really touched on that, but 2026 is a big year for Crash Queen.
Yeah, we underwent a rebrand
Okay.
in the beginning of Q4 this year. My last name is not memorable. No one's going to remember that. No one's going to remember the spelling. They're going to confuse the spelling. If there's anything that you can remember about me, it's called the Crash Queen. So we launched some billboards, bus stops, bus wraps, benches throughout South Florida.
Okay.
And I'm all things Crash. And so some of my family and friends would start joking around with me. They're like, oh, well, she's the Crash Queen.
Yeah.
She knows everything about Crash, whether it's Uber, Lyft, commercial, 18-wheeler, you name it. She's the Crash Queen. She knows. And just kind of having like the knack for, you know, what the insurance company is doing behind the scenes on your case, and then having swapped sides. I don't know. The Crash Queen started getting tossed around.
I love it.
So self-acclaimed Crash Queen is what I'm known for now.
Okay.
And if you don't remember anything else, you just call me the Crash Queen.
Nice.
And
I'm excited to see the bus stops.
Yeah.
And the billboards.
Yeah.
Where are you putting them up?
So they are mostly it's mostly Broward.
Okay.
Broward's where we're based. General Fort Lauderdale area, downtown Fort Lauderdale, and just kind of like the surrounding pockets of that. Yeah. Pompano, Sunrise is the general, Hallandale, and we went as far as Hallandale, I think it was. Okay. Hallandale, Hollywood, general Fort Lauderdale area.
And you're barred Florida and New York.
Yes, barred in Florida and New York. Okay. I do take New York accidents and New York work, but I like to be honest and straightforward, and being with boots on the ground in Florida where my organic connections are and where I'm here to stay, it's only natural that the bulk of our workload and the cases that come in are Florida based. Okay. But my roots and my history and where my hometown is New York, born and bred. So I'll always have those connections and those referrals that come in. So we do take on New York work. Okay. But we are Florida focused.
Okay. I mean, it's great that you take both, considering all the transplants.
I was going to say, heck yeah, all the time, the money, and the effort spent in getting a law license in New York. I'm not letting that damn thing expire. Yeah. So I do take the New York.
How's the PI world in New York?
That's a great question. It's very, very different than Florida. So we are talking two different ball games.
Minimum.
They have mandatory there.
Oh, good.
It's not mandatory here, obviously. You know that. And it's 25 over 50 in New York. So they have mandatory limits. At least you know that there's something there. They also have a no-fault system with $50,000 in available medical.
Okay. So explain that a little bit for people that don't have the PI background.
So it's mandatory that every car on the road has an insurance policy, obviously, of course. And the no-fault system is, it doesn't matter who's at fault for the crash. You are going to follow your own your own auto insurance policy. Your medical will run through New York State's no-fault system. Okay. And they allow coverage they have coverage up to $50,000 unless you
for medical.
For medical.
Okay.
Yes.
That doesn't compensate you.
That does not compensate you. It's completely separate. It's a use it or lose it type benefit. Yes.
Per person, per accident.
Yep.
Nice. I wish they had that in Florida.
Me too.
That would have been amazing.
I actually do like the system better.
Oh, 100%, because then you're assured something.
There's a lot of uninsured motorists down here in Florida, or like really minimal.
I don't get how they haven't figured out a way to change that.
It's such a hot topic, I think, in Florida, especially in the personal injury world. I hope a change does come soon. I'm on the side of change.
We just got a case, and they're in the hospital ICU, $10K, and it's like, what do you do?
And then how do you tell the client that?
Right.
I've had clients who think we're incompetent. What do you mean? What do you mean? How is that possible?
They don't get that.
Oh, it's possible. Yeah.
It's hard. But also insurance is super expensive here as well. So, but it's because of the uninsured. I feel like if they had a way to figure out that everybody needs a minimum, right, that wouldn't be an issue. Yeah. But it's because insurances are paying out of pocket every single time.
It's actually really sad to see some of the injured parties after an accident and then there's no coverage. I mean, having to have that conversation is probably one of the worst conversations. I mean, and as a business, as the business owner too, you work so hard to get new business and get cases in the door, and then to have a case where it's a sad case and the client's truly injured, having that conversation with them, it's like,
is that there's no compensation.
Hey, we told you that we can help you. We got you in the door. We were happy to sign up this case, but by the way, We got to part ways here.
I
There's just nothing I
recommend
can do for
uninsured
you.
motorist to every
It makes
single
no
person that
sense.
I know.
Yeah.
Uninsured motorist, it's more expensive, but at least you know, God forbid.
I know when I'm in my car, if I get hit,
Yeah.
I forget who I have Allstate. If I know if I get hit, Allstate's getting that claim letter.
Right.
I don't.
100%.
I'll pay what the cost is. So.
Yeah. And I don't even think that it's that much more expensive
I don't.
to risk it.
Yeah, I mean it's another bill. No one wants
It's
to pay
another
that
bill.
other bill, but
But in
cut back
Florida-
on a dinner or something, or one Amazon card a month, please. Just
Not one of my
make
Amazon
do.
cards.
make do without one
just
Amazon
figure it out, but
checkout. Figure it out.
UM is like I tell all of my friends, all my family, like,
Yeah,
do not sleep on UM
Mhm.
because you are gonna have
I
a rude awakening.
I joke around my husband. I get hit on I-95. Allstate's getting that claim letter faster than they know it's coming.
Yeah. Allstate's good. You like them?
I actually just switched, so I don't.
Okay.
I just personally switched with my own policy, but my own experience in dealing with them, I actually find them pretty fair.
Yeah.
I think the communication's pretty easy to work with.
Mhm.
I haven't seen them all the way through to a trial. They kind of fall in the middle for me.
So you try cases?
Yeah.
You like it?
I do. The stress that comes with it, the workload that comes with it is a lot
That's hard.
to juggle as the business owner, as well as everything else that I have in my personal life.
Mhm.
But I do try cases. There's, not many cases get tried.
Mhm.
But when they do, I am the trial attorney. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. We have one coming in January, so that's around the corner.
Broward, Palm Beach.
Broward County.
You excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready to see it to a close. It's ready.
How long have you had it?
We moved it fast.
Oh, good.
I mean, it was January to January, so we were on a 12-month timeline for this one.
Pretty good.
The filing was in January, so we had a little bit of pre-suit time.
Okay.
But we filed January of 25.
And the pre-settlement offer is awful?
0.
Wow. Liability?
Clear.
Wow. What's the...
State Farm.
Are they worse than Progressive, you think?
I do.
Because before it was Progressive all the way.
I'll
that
take
people
Progressive.
Are like,
I think State Farm's worse.
wow. They
State
weren't
Farm's
as
just
bad.
making you work all the way to the finish line.
Are they getting sued for bad faith at all?
I mean, we have a pending claim for bad faith against them, but
'Cause I can only
they say
imagine,
the
like, if the client's injured, the proof is there, and then they're gonna.
But the judge wants to see it all the way to the very end to a judgment. They say it's premature to ask for bad faith. They want to see it all the way through. I mean, they have everything they need to evaluate this case.
That's
They're just
awful.
trying to like pick at every straw, water it down.
And I almost
The
feel
treatment
like
was unnecessary. They may have had a prior complaint, 15 years ago. Like it's
right, and it's normal for clients to have prior injuries. It's
Yeah.
I mean it's life,
right,
but it's
right,
it's the issue that
right. My guy wasn't walking around with a cane and out of
right
work. He was
exactly
making.
And that's the
making
thing. It's
something
like
of
they
himself.
love getting the prior injuries, any prior little thing.
It's
They
like
went to the chiropractor
a
in
small
1999.
notation from 15 years ago, 10 years ago. It's laughable. Come on. I mean, I know what you're doing. I work the defense.
Right.
I just
that's
also
the great
think it's
thing
like
about
a
you.
billing expedition too. Like
Yes.
they work on billable hours. So, I mean, that's something that I'll remember loud and clear. It's just they're billing the insurance company. So they invest so much time working up the case as opposed to efficiently moving the file.
That's a good way to look at it. I've never thought about it
Oh,
like
I would
that.
bill for anything I can. If you called to say hello and we spoke for 5
Here
minutes.
you go. 0.5.
Yep. Yes.
That makes
Because
sense.
there's really high requirements for the attorneys that work for the insurance company. They have quotas. Yeah.
That
So
makes
every
sense
single minute of that day gets
of
accounted
why
for.
they drag it.
Asking for every little thing. Yeah.
Because it would be so much easier, monetary wise, for them to just cut a check.
There's a
move on.
major disconnect on the defense side for sure. But I can't be the hero that fixes that.
Oh, 100%.
That's a way bigger beast and pay grade.
There's a lot of attorneys that work defense, and very quickly they notice it's not for them.
It's not for me.
And also,
I learned a lot. So I felt like there was points where I really shit all over that. And I don't want it to come across in that way anymore because looking back, I did have amazing mentors, a great experience. I learned a lifetime of knowledge that I feel like some of my peers didn't get. So I think that's a huge advantage.
Well, you're the attorney that you are because of that experience.
I agree. But I am very grateful that I said, let me pause. I'm at this critical crossroad here. Which way do I want to go? And I'm so grateful
That was a good
that I
time to
jumped.
do it.
Yes.
That's amazing
Yeah.
that you did that.
Yep.
Because it takes a lot for you to be able to walk away from what you know
Yeah.
and give it a shot to something that you're.
Yeah, I mean, the first year was really hard. I think, I mean, for most business owners, the first year, like, you're just
What
trying
was
to
the worst
survive
part
and
about the
figure out.
first year?
It's just chaos and disorganization. Like, you're just trying to do everything all at
Mhm.
once. You're wearing way too many
You're
hats.
wearing every single hat.
You're wearing too many hats, and you have lots of ideas and things you need to do and things you need to implement and things you need to research, that you're on a really crazy hamster wheel
Mhm.
year one. But if you just start, like, I like to call it like whack-a-mole, like whack that mole down, the next one pops
Go to
up
the next.
slowly. And things did really pull into place after year one, for sure.
How long did it take you to start hiring?
I hired
Immediately?
immediately hired.
Oh, good.
Mhm.
And
And I
what
got
people
that
wait.
from other mentors, and I think that's a huge. I would recommend that to any.
What's the best advice that you've received from a mentor when you're going solo?
Scale, leverage resources, scale, delegate. Stop holding on. And lawyers are notorious for this. I have some, like, notorious. Hire and scale. Free up your time.
Yeah.
If there are administrative type tasks, lower level items that don't require your attention, it's not that I feel like I'm too good for it or that I don't want to do it. It's you really can't. You have to delegate if you want to grow.
Your brain works for what it works, and you need to find the other people.
I thought, and
social
honestly,
media, all these
yes,
other things.
One of my best hires was the first person that I hired. She's still with me today, and we've grown together.
What does she do?
And she's a litigation paralegal.
Okay.
And she worked part-time, and when I brought her on board, I said, hey, girl, this is going to be a rocky road in the beginning.
Yeah.
If you're up for the challenge, she wanted part-time work. She splits her time with another law firm.
Okay.
If you're down for the ride. And we connected. We really meshed. Like, the culture really fit. And we had honest and open communication from day one. And she's one of my right hand.
I love that. And that's the biggest thing, is finding staff that supports you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you come with some crazy ideas, and they're like,
They're
let's go.
like, Jen, another crazy idea, Jen.
Let's do it, though.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, like the backbone of big firms is being able to have a team that you can call on.
Yeah.
Yes, the trust.
Yeah.
And that you trust with your clients, too.
Yeah, and they trust me, too. Like, they know I got their back, but I'm that way because they show me that they have mine.
Yeah. How do you like social media?
I like social media. I'm all over it. I'm all over social media.
I like that, though. I think that that's a big part of your brand.
Yeah, it is. It is. We get lots of clients off social media. We're growing that client base. We're growing that following. I have an amazing social media team. I think it's different for every lawyer. It's different for every professional. Some may not like it.
Yeah.
And I recognize, too, I may not be the lawyer for everyone. I have this online persona. I have my social media. And I'm the right fit for the people that I'm a right fit for.
Right.
And I think that's okay. I don't want every single case out there. And if I'm not the great lawyer, the lawyer for you, then I'm at peace with you being with another lawyer. So some clients may not like the social media thing.
Right.
And they may be looking for that white shoe firm. And I've done my time there, and I think they give great representation. And maybe your case is better suited there with a trial lawyer who has 40 years of experience in the courtroom, and they would never get on social media. That is okay with me.
Yeah. There's a lot of
I'm not trying to capture everybody.
And that's
I'm
a
okay
good thing, because then you're going to remain boutique, and you can give every client good treatment.
Right.
They're never going to
I want them to trust me,
cracks,
so a client that I don't resonate with or we don't align on personality and, what our values are, or what works for us, if that's a turnoff to them, then we're not the right fit for you. And I am comfortable with that.
You have to have a good mesh with your attorney 100%, because you're going to be honest. You're going to be able to portray your story.
Yeah, I don't want
openly.
my client to not like me. I don't want my client to look at my social media and be appalled. We're just not the right fit. And I am okay with that.
Yeah. I like that. What's coming up in 2026? Other than the rebrand that I'm very excited to see.
Really pushing our marketing,
Okay.
Lots and lots of community involvement.
Nice.
That's something that we're really focusing on now that we have our framework down. We are investing a lot back into marketing in 2026.
Nice.
Lots of pop-up events, sponsorships, small town sponsorships, really just getting out in our own community. I think that's where our biggest referral source is.
Yeah.
It's the people that are around you. And so that's what's in store for 2026.
What do you recommend going back to the billboards for attorneys that are interested in going down that route and billboards?
If you think you're going to get cases out of that,
Mm-hmm.
like, it's first of all, it's a very high ticket sticker price.
Yeah.
So that hurts. And on one hand, you're looking, okay, so I paid all this money. Where's the cases? That's not going to happen. So if you go into it thinking, the cases will sign up next month, you'll be really disappointed.
I just read something yesterday that billboards count as some sort of like tax implication that you can write it off 100%.
I need to
look into that.
Yeah, I
because
will.
I
will definitely.
I mean, anything on Instagram
Yeah.
is the truth, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
I will ask about that. That I've never heard of.
I've heard that it counts almost like real estate, and that you're able to take that off at,
like a lease,
write
like
it
you're
off.
leasing
Exactly.
the space. Oh, that's interesting. I've never even thought.
So look into it because it might be
will.
more affordable for attorneys that they may think.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really interesting point. I've never heard of that, but I will ask. But yeah, anybody that's interested in that. It's not a faucet that you like turn on the faucet, the clients start rolling in. Mm-hmm. It's more so brand and name recognition. And I'm pleased with the results, and I'm pleased with it because I feel like it's resonating. People are remembering Crash Queen. People are saying, oh, I saw your sign, or I remember they're remembering.
Right.
And that shows to me that it's working and it's memorable.
Yeah.
It's not go buy a billboard, cases come in. I think it's more of name and brand recognition than it is of actually getting clients.
100%. Okay, rapid fire. Are you ready for these?
Okay.
I have a few questions I wanted to ask you. Biggest lesson from working with a major corporation?
You be a sponge. The biggest lesson is to be a sponge and absorb everything that they're throwing at you. Everything that you're learning. I learned so much. Take it.
Do you recommend new attorneys going to defense side first? I feel like it's a good strategy.
I honestly think it's a really good strategy. Now, I think some personal injury attorneys will totally disagree with me. There's going to be different viewpoints on this, but I say yes. And I say yes, I think, for two reasons. One is it's solid pay when you first graduate law school. If you go plaintiff, you're not going to get the same salary that you'll get on the defense.
Right.
The defense will pay you a nice, cushy salary.
That's a smart move.
But they're going to work your ass off. But the positive of that is, I mean, there's positive and
You're
negative.
young,
Nobody
you can
wants
do
to work.
it.
You're young, you can do it. You're young, you're hungry, and you can do it. So I put in the time, I put in the sweat, put in the hours, but I learned an insane amount. Maybe, I'm sure you learn a lot on the plaintiff side as well. But the financial component comes into play as well. I needed to make freaking money when I got out of law school. You don't go to law school. I wasn't 18 graduating high school. You're an adult. Mm-hmm. So I really needed that paycheck. And I felt like it was...
I think it's a really smart move.
It's a grind, but you got compensated for it.
Yeah. Hardest thing about running your own firm?
I think imposter syndrome.
I get that a lot.
It's real. Yeah. And anyone that say like that they play it off like they're Mr. and Mrs. Macho, like don't be a fake.
Yeah.
So I think it's imposter syndrome. I think that reminding yourself that you put in the time, the effort, you have the drive.
You belong there.
I belong in the seat.
Yep.
I belong here.
I love that.
And I'm up in competition with you in a courtroom, and I'm not afraid to present my legal argument, and I deserve to be in the seat just as much as you do.
Do you get that walking into a courtroom? Mm-hmm. I think that's the most intimidating place because you feel it's stuffy.
Yeah.
It's hard.
You feel it.
But it's true.
But I also think you can work it.
Yes.
Which I think I have a little bit, that's a little bit of an advantage there. I walk into a courtroom in a room full of...
You're comfortable.
Older gentlemen, and fine by me. Mm-hmm. If I hold my head high and I dress really well and I carry myself and I speak super
that's all that matters.
Eloquently, I think that
you prove yourself.
Yes, you command the attention of the courtroom, and I actually think it works to my advantage.
I love that.
Yeah.
Best advice that you'd give young women entering litigation?
Again, be a sponge, but be confident. Don't shell up. There's a lot of bully attorneys out there.
Is there?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. I had it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's a great piece of advice I think I can give is don't take your foot off the gas. Don't shell up and bow down. Do your homework, do your research, breathe. And once you know your position, put your foot down.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
What fuels you more, strategy or advocacy?
Advocacy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know the strategy. I know the law. I think it fuels me more to advocate for my client because I go above and beyond with client communication. My clients have, well, most of them have my cell phone number. I talk,
Smart.
I text. I know my clients. My team knows my clients. If I don't talk to the clients regularly, my team's on the phone with them right now.
And it
Chit-chatting.
makes you want to fight for them more because
It
you
does.
know their story.
I know
You
their
know
story.
their kids. You know their life.
So
You know
for
where
me, it's
they work.
advocacy. The strategy, I
can
could study the textbooks. I know the law. I'll read the court orders.
Yeah.
I got the strategy down. It's advocacy.
That's the biggest thing too. It's like you were given this.
I had a client, well, actually my team, my staff had a client crying on the phone yesterday, crying because we gave her the news that we settled her case and she was crying on the phone. To hear that makes it all like, I'm like, this is why I switched sides. This is so fun. Like,
They wouldn't
this
be
is
able
so
to do
fun.
that without you.
No.
And it changes your life.
Yeah. And that woman, that client will remember me.
100%. So that goes into the next question that I think you touched on a little bit. What does being crash queen mean on your toughest day?
Crash queen on my toughest day.
And you feel it. I saw that.
Yeah. I think crash queen on my toughest day is, first thing, I am confident in my deep understanding about all things crash and accident related. I did my time on the defense. I did my time on the plaintiff side. And then the queen spin that comes to it is the female confidence that I think that I try to maintain, the online persona, my personality. Like, I give this whole thing my own pizzazz to it. Like, it's got my own spice and flavor to it. And the confidence to understand that I may not be the lawyer for everybody. You might think I'm a little crazy or nutty, but I'm cool with that. And so... Again, and then I make the joke.
Thing.
Yeah, the nutty New Yorker, yeah. And I'm comfortable and I'm confident with that. So that's where it comes from.
Working alongside some of the most respected trial attorneys in defense, what did that environment teach you about excellence and precision?
That's a good question. I think there is a tone and there's a position depending on the room you're in. And I think that being nutty or goofy or making light of situations, there's a time and a place for that. But being in a room filled with really well-oiled, well-esteemed, and accomplished trial attorneys, you better always be prepared. I am over-prepared. I study case files, I study the law, and I know the tone and the setting. So I just think that there's a time and a place to be respectful, dress appropriately, know your case inside and out, know the challenges, the weaknesses, be over-prepared. I go over-prepared, and I anticipate the challenges that opposing counsel will raise, and I present, and I leverage my position, and I communicate in a professional, even tone manner. And I think that commands courtroom respect and communication respect, because every now and then you get the bully attorney, and I get those, but I set that tone right out the gate.
So they know. They know you know that case.
Oh, yes.
Because they're looking for the attorneys.
I got a bully email last week, and I responded to that email, and I said, I think that you're having a bad day. I don't like the way that you're communicating with me. You give me a phone call when you're ready to discuss this case. Wow. I'm not gonna do that.
Because I think also the defense looks at it of these big PI firms that have 500 cases. You get this the week that it's being put on the docket, and now you're scrambling to figure out every single little line of the case.
Yes.
And that's where they get a lot of attorneys.
Yes.
They don't have time. And it's not to their fault. It's that they're overworked.
Yeah.
And they're not using AI or all these things.
They're just overworked. They're too big. I mean, some of these, they're too big.
Yep. Awesome. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
This crash
Thank you for
queen.
having me. Yes.
I really like this.
Thank you.
And then we'll do one another 2027.
Yes, let's do that. Thank you for having me.
2027, crazy.
Yeah. It's going to go fast.
Love it.
Thanks.
Thank you.